It's the NFL on EA Sports as we get set for a Super Bowl 21 rematch. It's the Denver Broncos and the New York Giants, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
First known as the Meadowlands, EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that feel like they have all the pieces. Just came up short last year. They were so excited to get 2024 going and try to make another run to get into the postseason.
Yeah, and both these teams absolutely fall into that category. And just last year, going into the season, Mike, not only did they have playoff expectations, but in a lot of ways, they had Super Bowl aspirations. They believe that if the things fall their way, they catch a break, they continue to stay healthy, the roster they have put together is a playoff roster, if not a Super Bowl roster.
Here's the veteran Will Lutz to get us going. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. He'll start at the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll put a receiver in motion right. Play action. Now, Wilson. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Wilson lines up in the pistol. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
To return, it's Mims. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by the man from Oregon who started his career at Auburn, quarterback Bo Nix.
There's a lot to like about this young quarterback, and of course we're going to have to wait and see. Can he take advantage of this opportunity in front of him, Mike? But he has not been shy. He says, I know I can play at this level. I know that I can lead an NFL franchise, and we're going to get a shot to see it here, and I'm excited to see what he can do.
Javon Holland, tight coverage, and he's able to break that one up.
I think that's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
That is brought in downfield by Sutton. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Broncos.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him, the easier it is to weather those mistakes.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He's going to let this one go deep.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to possess the football for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. He'll get this out wide. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Giants.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Again, Wilson. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. But what does that do? Gets you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
1st and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. He'll get this out to the left flat. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. He He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
That is caught. It's Robinson. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
They go play action now. Wilson. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
On fourth down, the veteran Graham Gano for the Giants field goal try. Spotted at the 45, this is a 55-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, a good hold, and a good kick ties this game.
So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Broncos offense ready to take over for their second possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. And he'll only be able to muster a couple of yards. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. Now, a second down throw for Nix. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Third and 9. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go play action. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Taking off, and he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Play action now. It's Nix. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. Second down and 3. Back to throw is Nix. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
I love this concept here. Really good job by the other receivers clearing out that space. Big tight end comes down with the catch, and it's going to bring up 1st and goal.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It is brought in the end zone. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Broncos take a 10-3 lead. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Ray gonna return it. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Giants offense headed back to take over once more. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Robinson. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Now it's Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Theo Johnson. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man, that's Slayton. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Giants first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Russ. He finds his tight end, Bellinger. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll look middle here and get it to Neighbors. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down.
Everyone always assumes that you only want to run drag routes or crossing routes just underneath like mesh concepts against man coverage, but so often they're equally as effective against the zone. All it takes is one of those underneath man defenders to latch on to the wrong route, and all of a sudden there is a lot of room, not only for the completion, but for yards after the catch.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Wilson. This is caught at the 2. And he's in. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, New York.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Giants will tie things up. It's now 10-10. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting ready to go back to work. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Bobby Okereke.
think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
The Giants offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start in outstanding field position, looking for a way to break our tie. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That is caught. It's Robinson.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire, so the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
In motion, it's Robinson. On third down, here's Wilson. He's going to find his receiver. It's Robinson. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. To throw again is Wilson. Now a screen set up for Tracy. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Wilson will throw again. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
Throwing again, Wilson. Good blocking, and he's in. Russell Wilson. Touchdown, New York. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Now, Gano for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Giants go up by 7. It is now 17-10. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Broncos offense going to take over just before the half. They find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. The catch made there by Sutton. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And this time they'll just keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Jersey with the Giants on top. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coaches, Jonathan Coachman, has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. In the first half, we saw a strong performance out of the veteran quarterback, Russell Wilson. He had a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to help push his guys into the lead at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Broncos offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now he'll run it. After that play, it stopped, an injured Giant on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now, Nick's going to look to throw. That's caught left side by Ingram. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Nix to throw. And that ball incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
A run with Dobbins. And he'll get this down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 5 yards. Here now, 3rd and 5. Mims sent in motion here. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. And that'll be enough for a first down. They motion the slot man left. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get them down for a loss on the play.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Here's Dobbins. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down. Throwing, Knicks. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first, so it'll bring up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Broncos are able to cut it to 4, 17-13.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Ray going to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Giants offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Mike, I have to be honest. When offenses come up with run-play designs, blocking the corner is not really a big priority. But in this case, great job not only forcing it on the outside, but defeating the block, coming up and making the tackle, and keeping it to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Russ. He'll get that complete right side. It's Bellinger. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And he will have a Giants 1st down as they get 5 on 3rd and 2. A carry here for Tracy. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. On the ground, here's Tracy. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. A gain there of 20. 1st down, Giants. Receiver in motion, going right. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on 1st down. He brings this to about the 26-yard line. Dre Greenlaw in on the tackle. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got his man, that's Slayton. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he'll get this inside the 10, but not much further than that. Now Russ. Now he'll run. And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Converted twice on third down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a third time? Taking off, he is in. Russell Wilson, touchdown Giants. And that is now a pair of rushing touchdowns. The quarterback giving it to them, Greg, with his legs in this one.
And we're starting to see, Mike, why this week this coaching staff told us they're encouraging this guy to do this more often. His ability to be a passer, but also a rusher, is an element to this offense that is hard for defenses to account for.
Gano on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Giants will extend this third quarter lead. So out is Gano after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Now it's Dobbins. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Look him up on a second down and 8. Throwing is Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. He gets that complete to his tight end Ingram. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
And he is putting in the work, dancing inside the 40-yard line. A gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll give it to Dobbins. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll go with the counter to try to pick it up. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
A 1st down throw for Nix. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. On 1st down, here's Nix to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Now, a 2nd down throw for Nix. A toss, left side, caught by his running back, and he's going to be taken down.
And this is what the offense needed. Now, after that last completion, you still trail here in the 4th quarter. You need scores, and you need scores fast, so they cannot take their time. I wouldn't be surprised to get them right back up on the line of scrimmage and try to score here now that it's 1st and goal.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That one taken in. Devon Vele. Touchdown, Denver. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So now a big play here for the Broncos. They're going to line up and go for 2. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's the Giants offense. Now they get set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Taken in right side by the tight end, Johnson. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
3rd down, 3 to go. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Again, Wilson. In trouble, and down he goes.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, they're going to line up and snap it again. And in this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, here's Russ. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. Third and long. From the shotgun, Wilson.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is a great opportunity now for the offense to really seize control of this game. They just saw their opponent miss a field goal try, come out aggressive on the ensuing possession, strike deep early. Now see if they can put this drive together and end it with some points.
Nix now on 1st and 10. That's caught once again by Ingram. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. And another 1st down, and another big gainer. This time 23 yards. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. The crowd at MetLife on their feet for 3rd down. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game. And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The Giants offense and Russell Wilson set to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd down and 3. Back to throw. Wilson. There's that man again. Another catch. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Giants 1st down. Here's Wilson. Left side in the hands of Neighbors. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining, and it's 1st and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Johnson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here comes 2nd down. In motion, it's Robinson. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. Now, timeout called. Let's see, you're looking at a long field goal try from here, where this might be one final heave to the end zone. So now, Graham Gano, the veteran, in another pressure spot. This to win the game. So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This one he's gotta have. That's long enough, and it's good! On target from long range. So it's a win for the Men in Blue. The Giants get it done. They get themselves into field goal range for one final shot. Kicker delivers. They avoid overtime and come away with a 3-point victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.